Hello all, welcome to our video on Android Material Design Support Library on Navigation View. In the previous video, we had an introduction to the Navigation View. In this video, we will be learning about implementing the codes for the Navigation View in our application. And yes, I'm Annie from Smartherd. So, let's proceed with Android Studio for implementing the codes for Navigation View. In this video, we will be learning about implementing the navigation view for items only. In the upcoming videos, we will be learning about the grouped menu items and the grouped with header menu items. In the resource directory, let us create a new resource directory of menu which will be having the resource type of menu. Clicking OK. Inside this menu folder, let us create a new menu resource file having the name menu items only. And inside this XML file, let us include the menu items that we will be having for the items only navigation view. So here is the list of the menu items that we will be having in our navigation view. Each of this menu item has the following attributes. They are the ID. The ID of each item is different. For the first one, it is item Facebook. For the second, it is Instagram. Third, it is item LinkedIn, and so on. The next attribute I have set for these items is checkable. I have put the checkable property as true. This checkable property will highlight the selected menu items. I'll show you the significance of this checkable attribute while we run our demo application. The next attribute for the menu item is icon. This icon I have stored in the drawable folder. For the Facebook, the icon I have used is IC_Facebook, and the title of each menu item I have set as the respective ones. So this way I have set the menu items for the itemsonly.xml. The next step we will be taking is setting the activity_main.xml and creating a layout for the header of our navigation view. Let us first create the header layout for our navigation view. Here I have created header.xml as the layout for our header in the navigation view. In the header.xml, I have used the relative layout as the root layout and given the background as the header background, which I have stored in the drawable folder. There are certain guidelines that we need to follow for the navigation view. For the detailed guidelines that are provided by Google, you can refer to the link that I have mentioned here. You will get the detailed guidelines that you should follow while using the navigation view in your application. The subtitle has to be of 56 dp and the name should be of 14 sp, should be of white color, and the email address should be roboto_regular with 14 sp and same white color. Now after this, I have defined the linear layout inside the relative layout for the header. Inside the linear layout, we have two text views. One text view is for the name and the second one is for the email address. The text view for the name has the ID of TXV name and the email has the ID of TXV email. The font family is sans serif medium for the name and for the text view it is sans serif. The text color is white in both the cases and the size is 14 sp. So this is the header.xml that we will be using in our navigation view. The next is for activity_main.xml. Let us write the codes for activity_main.xml and include the menu as well as the header into our activity for the navigation view. And so inside the activity_main.xml, we have the drawer layout as the root layout. For the drawer layout, I have set the attribute of fit system window as true, and then I have a linear layout and the navigation view as the child layout of the drawer layout. The linear layout and the navigation view are the siblings which has the drawer layout as their parent. For the linear layout, I have set the orientation as vertical and I have the toolbar inside the linear layout. For the toolbar, I have given the background color as color primary. The theme I have set as theme overlay.appcompact.dark.action bar, which I have defined in the styles. After this, in the navigation view, I have set the gravity as start, width and height as match parent. The header layout I have defined in the layout folders of header.xml. The item icon tint and the item text color. It has certain guidelines for their color tints, which I have written here for your convenience. The item icon tint has to be 54% of grey, and then the item text color has to be blackish of 87%. So I have defined the tints here for the icon and the text color. And then the menu I have defined as menu items only, because for the first part we need the navigation view to have the menu items only. After this, let us start defining the navigation view in our application. What I have first done here is, I have defined the toolbar in our main activity.java. For the toolbar, I have defined a function as setUpToolbarMenu, in which I have initialized mToolbar and set the title as NavigationView. After this, now let us initialize the drawer layout and the navigation view. Now for the navigation menu, I have first defined the drawer layout as mDrawerLayout, and then I have initialized the mDrawer layout in setUpNavigationDrawer function. This function I have called from the onCreate of mainActivity.java. I have also defined the instance of the navigation view, which has the ID of navigation view that I have defined in activityMain.xml. This is the ID for the navigation view that I have used here in the main activity.java. After this, we need to set our navigation view into action. For doing this, we need the action bar drawer toggle. Now, let us write the code for implementing the action bar drawer toggle in our application. This is the action bar drawer toggle. Now, this action bar drawer toggle has a constructor of two types. One takes 4 parameters and the second one takes 5 parameters. The first one has the activity from which it is called, the drawer layout. The int stands for the open and the close states of the drawer. In the second type of action bar drawer toggle, we have the toolbar as the third parameter. We will use the second one with the toolbar as the third parameter because we need the toolbar to indicate that we have the drawer layout. Using action bar drawer toggle will give us the burger menu in the toolbar. And this action bar drawer toggle, we don't need to look into it now. You can implement the first one as well to see what happens if we don't have the toolbar as the parameter for the action bar drawer toggle. We will be implementing the action bar drawer toggle with 5 parameters. So here it is. The action bar drawer toggle have the 5 parameters. mDrawer layout is the drawer layout. The mToolbar is the toolbar that we have set in our application. This is the context from which the action bar drawer toggle is called. The drawer open and the drawer closed, this string we will be defining in our strings.xml. In the strings.xml, let us define the two strings that we will be using for the open and close. So here I have defined drawer open and drawer closed. The next step we need to take is, we need to link our drawer toggle with the navigation view. Let us write the code for it. So here it is. We have linked our mDrawer layout with the drawer toggle. This drawer toggle is the instance of the action bar drawer toggle, and I have added the drawer listener to the mDrawer layout. After this, the sync state is called for the drawer toggle. This sync state will synchronize the state of the drawer indicator with the linked drawer layout. This toolbar, which provides the hamburger icon, will be functional when the sync state is also called. You can remove this mToolbar and comment this line of code to see the difference in your application. At this point of time, now let us run our application and see if our drawer layout and the navigation view is working fine. So here is our application up and running. we have this hamburger icon for the navigation view as well because of this sync state and the toolbar. Now let's see what happens when we click on this hamburger icon. On clicking this, we see our navigation view. It's working completely fine and the menu items are in form of list. We have this name, this email, the icon and the title of the menu. So this is what the navigation view is with the items only. On clicking any of this menu item, we can't see any activity taking place. Now let us add the listener to each of this menu item and get some activities done on clicking it. To set the listener for the menu items, let this one implement the navigation view item selected listener. Let us implement the method required for this. We have the method on navigation item selected. Next, we need to define the listener for the menu items. NavigationView.setNavigationItemSelectedListener. This is the context of the activity from which it is called. Now, this on item selected is called each time a menu item is clicked. Now, what happens when a menu item is clicked? Let us write the code for that. So, what I have done here is, first I'll be fetching the menu item that is clicked. The item name is equal to menu item dot get title. It will fetch the title of the item. Next, we will be displaying this menu item in a toast message. After this, the drawer will be closed. For this is a custom function that I have defined here. Let us create this close drawer method. For the close drawer method, mDrawerLayout.closeDrawer gravity compat start. This start specifies that the drawer will close towards the left of the screen, that is the start of the screen. We can make it end as well. It can be start or it can be end. It depends on you how you want to implement it. Let me keep it start and let me set it to start and keep the end for you to implement and learn by yourself. Now after this, the drawer will be closed. If you need to perform specific actions on clicking particular menu items, you can use the switch case and perform your actions. You can fetch the ID from the menu item and based on the ID, you can perform your actions by writing specific codes for specific items. Like we have the function to close the drawer, we can also open the drawer using the Java code. This will be the code if you want to use it for opening the drawer. ShowDrawer will be the function which will have the code as mDrawerLayout, OpenDrawer, gravity compat start. This method will open the drawer and this method will close the drawer. Now, this is the line of code that will be executed when you press the back button in your application. On back pressed, if the drawer is opened, it will close the drawer, and if the drawer is closed, then the application will exit. This is the function that will be executed on pressing the back button. Now let us run our application and see if the listener is implemented and if it is working fine. Here is our application up and running. Now let us see what happens on clicking the menu items. Here we have our navigation view. On clicking the Facebook, we have this item name in our toast message, and besides that we have this item selected. This is because we had set the attribute of checkable as true. This checkable attribute keeps the menu item selected that was selected. Similarly, for the Pinterest, we have this, and then when we go back to the navigation menu, this item is checked. This is the importance of the checkable property. You can change this checkable property of the menu items only to false and see the difference that will occur in your application. To implement this checkable property using the Java code, you can use these lines of code in your application and make the checkable property to true. I have commented it and mentioned it for you for your ease. Another thing that we can see here is we get the color of the status bar as the color which we had set, but when we have the navigation view, we will want it to be transparent because this doesn't look good and is not according to the standards that is defined by Google. So in our styles.xml file, let us define the color for the status bar as transparent. Now we have an error here. It says it requires API level 21 and the current minimum is 15. So we need to make it compatible for all the API levels. To do that, we will be creating a values v21 folder and defining the theme for which this attribute will be used for API level above 21 and 21. So here we have made our app compatible with this attribute that will be used for API level above 21. Now let us run our application and see the difference that it has made for the status bar. Here is our application up and running. Now let us see what happens on clicking this burger menu for the navigation view. And here we see the status bar color has been changed to the transparent color. And everything else is working fine. Whatever we click, we get the toast message for that, and the checkable property being set to true, the item that was selected is highlighted. So this was the navigation view for items only. In the next video, we will be learning about implementing the grouped menu items and the menu items grouped with the headers. That's all for this video. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos on the navigation view. Thanks for watching, keep smiling and have a good day.